So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, as a man, you should never be able to take a woman's side over a man's side when that woman is in the wrong. Now, what happens a lot of times in these situations in life, many men have been raised to side with women automatically. And when a man is in a situation where he's not only raised that way, but he marries a woman who has been raised and trained to take advantage of his willingness to go that route, I want y'all to understand one thing. This man is the most feminine, non-masculine man on the planet, because he is a man who believes that he should submit himself to the leadership of not only a woman, but the women in his life. Now, recently, the story's been making the headlines of Dell Curry and Sonya Curry, Steph's parents, divorcing. And they have both since come out and accused each other of cheating. Of course, Dell accused her first, and then she did the prototypical female thing.
Well, no, it wasn't me, it was him.
And lo and behold, even though there is proof of her infidelity, Steph, Dell's son, let me rephrase that, Dell's firstborn son has taken his mother's side. But I want y'all to understand what this means. This doesn't necessarily mean that he has taken his mother's side. What this means is that his wife is leading him. And she, of course, has taken his mother's side. The reality of the situation is that when you as a man allow yourself to be pushed around by your wife, your son is going to grow up this way. So Dell has no one to blame but himself about the way his boys turned out. Steph is taking all of this foolishness from Aisha because he saw his dad take all of this foolishness from his mom. It is your job as a man, your first duty is to train your son up in the ways of manhood and masculinity. And you can't do that if you're being completely dominated by the woman in your life. Dell is going through a thing and his son doesn't have his back because he never taught his son to have his back. And furthermore, he never gave his son anything to back. Boys grow up backing the power. And in this situation, obviously, Sonya had the power when Steph was growing up. Let's take a deep dive on this. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, I'm not saying that Dell is a bad man. I'm saying that Dell is the type of man who shouldn't have had a woman like Sonya. Because Sonya is the type of woman who will dominate a man. But majority of women are. A man like Dell has to find a soft, sensitive, soft-spoken woman who really views a man's masculinity by his ability to provide. The problem is when your wife is constantly around professional ball players while you're in the league, and then again around professional ball players when your sons are in the league, that woman is overrun with too much masculine attention. There's too much validation going on with her. See, let me tell you something about an older woman. A younger woman, you can tell her she's beautiful. She may say, I know. 20 years later, you tell a woman she's beautiful, she's blushing all over the place. Because at a certain point, we call it the wall, women stop feeling like they're beautiful. They start having to convince themselves they're beautiful. They start having to convince the world to view them through their own eyes. And that's where situations like this start. And it gets to the point where now, here we are, this woman is allegedly dating Dell Curry's college best friend. He's been knowing this guy since college. So I ask you, how long has this guy been around? You know how we always say, alpha cuts, beta bucks? Prime example of it. Dell was the safe haven. He was the rest haven that would let a woman ride his wave all the way through her life. This other guy, was the one who just wanted to knock her down because she was a young cutie. That's it. He ain't never want to marry her. He just wanted to knock her down. He settled into the scenario, and she said, okay, if you're not going to marry me, I'm going to go marry Dale. He said, okay, cool, because you know what? He knew he wasn't going to never stop cutting her. That's why I give you, men, all these examples of how a woman should be feeling you, how a woman should be interacting with you, how a woman should be obeying you, how a woman should be, not talking when you're talking, shut up and is in obedience, how a woman should buy into the process of your progress. All of these things prove a woman's dedication to you. And if you don't get these things, you end up like Dale Curry, in a situation with a woman who had never had any intention of being loyal to you, of being dedicated to you, of buying into the process of your progress. She just bought into the benefit of your progress. Son, you probably had never dedicated a thing to anything that Dale was doing. You know why? Because when Dale entered the situation, he caught her as a beta provider. And now she don't need him as a beta provider because her son, Steph, has a huge contract. And by today's standards, the way the salaries are, her son, Seth, has a bigger contract than Dale had when he was playing. So she's set. I don't know about Seth, but we know one thing Steph going to do. Steph going to take care of his mama because Steph a mama's boy. That's why Aisha gets away with murder. Because she's dealing with a mama's boy. A mama's boy feel like a woman got the right to do everything she's supposed to do. And he's just supposed to stay in love her because he saw his daddy do that. He saw his daddy stay there with his mama no matter what his mama did. Because I can guarantee you, this ain't Steph's first time hearing about this dude. Dale has to just bite this bullet. And what he has to do is look at his son, Steph, and understand that Steph is not going to be on his side. Aisha has Steph's gonads in a Birkin bag. And he ain't going to get them back until she decides to flee. This isn't Steph talking. This is Aisha talking. He had no business telling her business, putting it out there in the street.
Yeah, you're right, baby. You're right. My dad ain't had no business telling my woman. My daddy, low down. My dad ain't had no business telling my woman that. My daddy should kept that to himself. He should just said, well, I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna take the loss. Cause that's what I do. And my dad's gonna do it cause that's what I do. Baby, you ever do something like that? I'm just gonna take the loss and give you half everything.
But that's what happens when you're mama's boy. You buy into the concept that your mama is always right. That your mama is always the best. That your mama is always being mistreated. That your mama is always the victim. And in this scenario, this woman knew that what she was doing was low down, dirty, conniving, snake in the grass activity. But she did it anyway because I tell you, men, all the time, a woman is going to do what she wants. A woman only cares about what you want when it at some point is going to benefit what she wants. A woman only cares what you strive to or strive for only if the end result benefits what she wants. A woman doesn't care what you give her if it's not what she feels like she deserves. I did say feels like she deserves. And here's a woman who's been living off this man dollar all this time, all these years, 33 years, and she feel like she deserves some type of sympathy, some type of empathy, when all she really deserves is some type of pimpathy. You understand what I'm saying? Dale has learned a very valuable lesson, albeit very late in life. But the good thing is, we're in our prime from 45 to 60. We can stretch it longer. We take care of ourselves. So Dale still got time to get his life together and never put himself back in this idiotic situation. And you got all these boys out here talking about marriage. Well, you can't compare it to celebrities. No, you can't compare it to celebrities. You got to feel worse about your marriage than celebrity does. These men be millionaires, be giving women the world. And the woman still leave them anyway. So I'm not saying women are bad. I'm saying men are bad at dealing with women for who women are. And what she is a woman that's going to do whatever she wants to do, what's best for herself. Dale Curry is finding that out. Steph Curry will find that out. And all of you men listening to this right now, if you haven't found it out, you better get to class real quick, man, so you can pass this quiz. Because one thing I can tell you, ain't nothing going to keep a woman with a man she don't want to be with. No money, no power, no fame, no kids. When a woman get ready to go, she gone. And ain't nothing you can do to keep her. Damn sure ain't nothing you can do to get her back. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.